Welcome back to Late Nights. I'm your host, Anthony Cassess. With just about 10 minutes to spare in my busy day, I put together another episode. Nothing short of a miracle. You wouldn't know it because you just see me talking at a desk, looking crazy, doing my thing. You think, who is this guy? What's he doing? Why is he doing it? Well, it's one of those ideas that you have that's not quite fully come to fruition. We've all had funny ideas that start out great and then halfway through we're like, well, maybe that wasn't what we thought it was. That's Late Nights, and I'm your host, Anthony Cassess. Let's do an episode that took 10 minutes to write and see how it goes. No real role rehearsal at all. This is it. I reached for a Diet Coke because it's that time of day, it's a late night, and I'm here. You're here. Let's enjoy a fridge cig together. What do you say? Sit back, relax. You don't have to think about anything. Let me do that for now. Believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. An idiom by Edgar Allan Poe. Notably in his 1845 story, The System of Dr. Tar and Professor Feather. It warns that rumors are often false. Rumors are often false. I know that's hard for you to believe. Believe it. And if you don't, hit that subscribe button and you'll continue to see me every week with more entertaining content. You get it? Anyway. False and often visual evidence can be misleading. Now let me read it back to you. Believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. I feel like I'm getting that a lot these days, especially in my 30s. I'm like, well, let me find out for myself. And don't you worry about that. I'm going to look into that. And oh, that's what she said about me? Huh. Well, I'll be darned. Here at Late Nights, the best thing you can do is not worry about what anyone has to say about you. And if you do, you probably won't do all the things you love to do. Especially like a certain somebody who was taking over the headlines this week. And not to be so, newsy, but Jim Carrey was all over the place. Did you check him out? Or the deep fake of Jim Carrey, or the AI version of Jim Carrey? Well, he was at the Caesar Awards, and not too many people were impressed with the fake Jim Carrey. And guys, I did a lot of searching, a lot of soul searching. I believed half of what I saw and none of what I heard. And I looked into this whole Jim Carrey guy. Well, turns out, he's not a phony. He's just Jim Carrey. Can you believe it? A happier version, a less cynical version. And I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but he is most notably one of the most iconic actors in Hollywood. Iconic comedians. I look at a comic like Jim Carrey and I think, if I could ever be a quarter of this person, boy, I've made it. It's just that simple. Believing this isn't him, though, kind of got me. When I was looking through the headlines, everybody's like, this isn't him, this isn't him. Everybody's like, this isn't him. Where's his publicist? Jim Carrey, somebody, anybody, just say something. Who is this person? And I'll be honest, the photos at first got me. They probably got you too. But this is what it's like to see a full evolution Jim Carrey. A full evolution Jim Carrey. Would it be such a bad thing that this is him and he's doing good? I mean, are we that closed off to the possibility that people can change? Is that where we are? Are we just so focused on other things that take up all this brain space, all this bandwidth, that we can't believe for a second that this person is who he is? And I'm sorry, but, you guys are low for liking Jim Carrey only when he was low. And he was doing bad and having breakdowns and talking fugazi. Y'all are some pieces of shit for fucking liking him only when he was down. I think about that a lot because when I was younger being like 20s, people loved when, you're not doing so good. And then when you start doing good, it's like, as you get older, you start to see your circle, right? It starts to close in. I'm not sure why we did that way, right? That looks like the circle's getting bigger. But it's not. It's It's closing in. Dyslexia. It's late nights. I'm Anthony. Welcome back. What do you know about Jim Carrey? How do you know this wasn't him? Well, you don't know shit. You don't know shit. I am a big believer in you don't know shit. When Jim Carrey moved to Hollywood, in 1981, at the age of 19, he put it all on the line, something a lot of people won't do these days. I always think how many people want to be original, but it's not lost on me that a lot of people are okay not being original or doing original things, and that's okay. But Jim Carrey wanted to do that. He wanted to be original. And his favorite lesson, and one of my favorite lessons, I share it with you because that's what we do here at Late Nights. It's just not me talking fugazi the whole time. There's some little, things that you could learn along the way. It's that his father taught him that you can fail at what you don't love, so you might as well do what you love, because there's a potential for failure in that too. Imagine spending our lives day after day dreading going to work, talking to people, doing the thing that you dread the most. You can't stand it. When in the back of your mind, there's always this little egg. This little thing, this little glimmer, this little piece of you that you don't know will ever come to fruition. Jim Carrey did that at 19, when you're young and brave. By 30, 40, you're kind of like, well, I guess I wasn't really that into that idea. We reached out to Jim's publicist, Marley Leslie, but to no avail. We got no response. No response. Yep. But there were some people that were willing to claim credit for Jim Carrey's wonderful performance. May I add, wonderful performance, Jim. We love you. I love you. I understand what it's like to hate yourself. I too hate myself most days. A lot of people don't like themselves. And I think that's okay. I don't think that's normalized enough. I don't think that's an uncomfortable feeling enough for people. Hot take, it's okay to not love who we are. It's not like you're looking for sympathy. It's not like it's your crutch. It's just who you are. But you're always trying and evolving. And I love that for Jim Carrey. But that means that there are some other people that are willing to claim credit. Alexis Stone's fat Miss Piggy face was all over Little Phony. I can't stand her. Him. Her. I don't know. What is Alexis Stone? It's like Jeffree Star. But I kind of like Jeffree Star, He's like oddly appealing. Alexis Stone gives me the heebie-jeebies. Makes me feel like something I fucking wake up to in my sleep and a cold sweat. Woo! Well, it's not your credit to claim, Alexis, so give it up. Not that anyone gives a shit, and probably could go without hearing. I could go without talking about it myself. But rumor has it there's another phony percolating in the pipeline. What a saying. What a saying. If you're new here, I'm Anthony Cassese. This is my late night show. It's a sketch comedy show. Scotch comedy show, imagine. Yeah, we're just drinking sketch. Yeah, so anyway, I was fucking wasted last night. Anyway, sketch comedy show. We put the episodes together. Sometimes we read them inside of 10 minutes, like today's episode. Other times we wing it, and other times we have plenty of leeway. All the runway to write it all week long, but life gets busy. Doesn't always crack up to be like that. But every week I sit down here for a late night with you. And no matter what comes out, we set it and forget it. We run it, we produce it, we use our fancy cameras with our fancy microphones and do the thing. But it's not lost on me that not too long ago I wasn't where I am today, so I guess what I could say is never stop reaching for the things that are important to you, no matter what that is. Maybe it's a fancy car, maybe it's a family, maybe it's a house. Maybe it's just standing on your own 2 feet. Maybe it's overcoming your own problems. Maybe it's trying to reckon with who you are and who you aren't. We're all on a different journey. Our evolution is not linear. It's all over the fucking place, So accept that, and that's okay because look, some people aren't doing so great. Those some people, which I heard a certain some people, Will Smith. Yeah, Will Smith. Can't even believe I'm saying that name on the show. It's like, oh, gosh. Will Smith, who's been traveling the world trying to play his Anthony Bourdain doppelganger, maybe doing a little soul searching. I get it. I hate the guy. We hate the guy. Nobody likes the guy. We get it. We know how you feel about Will Smith. But Will Smith is in talks with a certain somebody. You know him as Chris Rock. You know him as the keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth guy. They're talking about doing an interview. That's right. And since we do a sketch late night comedy show every night, sometimes I have to read off the paper. So if you don't like that, you're welcome to leave. You don't have to stay. I really don't care. I have 98 subscribers. I'm basically famous. I don't need this bullshit. Hops Crave released an upcoming interview you don't want to miss. Hops Crave, yep. We reached out to them, and to your surprise, we didn't hear back from them. We didn't actually reach out. Gotcha. Just like that. Believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. I could just be sitting here talking shit to you. You don't know what the hell I'm saying. You don't know if I'm just a totally crazed madman. Somebody thought I should do this, and now they're putting me on. I could be a hostage. I could be, I could be anything. We won't go too far down that rabbit hole, because then we go places. We don't get to enjoy our fridge sig. Have yourself a fridge sig. Take the edge off. There's nothing more to life. Keep it simple. And if people find it nauseating that you keep it simple, then that's on them. Not on you. Not on you. You understand me? It's not your responsibility about how other people feel about your actions. Just understand there are going to be reactions. Every action has a reaction. Jim Carrey always said, every moment in your life is pregnant with the next moment. Take that as you wish. Almost 4 years ago, the undisputed chump Will Smith smacked the living shit out of Chris Rock. Oh, wow! At the 94th Academy Awards, and it stained us like a moment in time you just can't forget. You just can't forget it. And now a moment of redemption and perhaps reconciliation. What would you think of a Chris Rock Will Smith interview? Have we healed enough for that? I don't know if we have. I think we might have. Look, you have to understand, the thing with burdens like that is it weighs you down. And maybe two parties and two totally different points of view, right? They may have a moment of reconciliation and redemption. It may be possible, but who knows? Let me know in the comments what you think. Would we want to see a Will Smith and Chris Rock interview? And if so, I would love to host it. If anybody's interested, Hops Crave. I don't know who Hops Crave is, but maybe we got to tag them, link them, call them, send them a smoke signal. I don't know, call the governor's office, see if a local news channel will pick them up and get in on the fun. What's the worst that could happen? They don't hire me and I fall flat on my face? Well, that's my favorite part about late nights. Not all the minutia in the middle. It's all the lessons that hopefully you learn throughout the way. Like falling on your face is okay. And that it's all right that not everything you see is true. And it's okay that people murmur and there's always going to be rumors. Don't worry about clearing your name. Just worry about being a good person is all you need to do. And that's something that I really love about late nights. Because for me, you have to remember that you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So if it were me and I was in Chris Rock's shoes, I would probably park my fucking truck right in Will Smith's living room. But that's just me. Anyway, lessons to be learned. The more you know, folks. The more you know. Listen to me when I say it. The more you know, the more you know. That's the wonderful thing about life is you're welcome to make mistakes and you should make a lot of failures. And I've always gotten really comfortable with sucking at things and failing. I think the more you do that, the better you can become you. And you shouldn't forget that no matter where you are in life. Not that I'm anybody spectacular or, I'm on my high horse, but I think it's important to make big mistakes, no matter how old you are. You can never fail when you're reaching for something that's really important to you. You really can't. Things are always going to play out the way they need to, whether you're Will Smith in a Chris Rock interview or you're Jim Carrey just trying to get back on the wagon and be a person. Be a good person. In the eyes of society, that could mean a whole lot of shit. Or you could just be Shia LaBeouf and fly off the hinges and say, fuck it, right? Have we checked on Shia? How's Shia doing? He's not doing all right. I heard he likes fondue and he doesn't like fondue and he'll crush tacos. So, that's pretty cool. He did that Andrew Callahan interview and that's pretty neat. So, hey, maybe we got something in the pipeline. Maybe we got surprises. Anyway, my hair's on fleek. I'm going to go enjoy my fridge sig. It's a late night. I'm your host, Anthony Cassess. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and I can't wait to see you next week. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're checking in on yourself. You're checking in on the ones you love. And you chime in every week and enjoy me here at my tiny little desk for our late night show. So, till next week. Man, it feels good to be a man.